Hey loves, welcome to Red, White, and Bubblegum Casual Monday. Today we're going to discuss all about the newest beauty trend, which is just taking the market worldwide. It's microblading, and Roxanne is here. She's a specialist, and she's going to tell us all about it.
Hi Claudia, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Rox, what is microblading, and what is your definition of microblading?
Microblading is actually a temporary form of tattooing for the brow. It basically goes like 2 to 3 layers on the dermal skin. Yeah, that's basically it.
So it's semi-permanent.
Yes, it's semi-permanent. It lasts between 9 months to a year with care. It's recommended that you touch up every 6 to 7 months.
So how is it done? What is the preparation? And the candidates, who is a good candidate?
Well, anyone is a good candidate basically. Oily skin, dry skin, any person really is a good candidate.
What is the preparation?
We basically do something we call brow mapping. That's the longest process that we go through. This is to center the brow to make sure it's even, and we have the correct dimensions and so on and so forth. Give you the best shape before we even start the procedure. When we do that, we allow you to take a look at it, make sure this is exactly what you want before we actually do an outline of it. Before all of that, I normally explain to my clients the do's, the don'ts, and what to expect and what not to expect. In terms of expectations, after the procedure, you're going to experience tightness, you're going to experience itchiness, you're going to go through different phases of healing. The brow, between day 1 to day 3, the brow is going to get extremely dark. You're going to experience some itching, you're going to see some shedding between day 5 and 7. You may experience some discolorations. It may turn blue, green, gray. That's all normal. That's just going through the healing process, the healing phases of it. By day 14, your brow will be back to normal and beautiful.
Explain what is the tool, because some people might hear microblading and be like, what the hell is that? Like, is it a tattoo machine?
No, it's not a tattoo machine. It's all done manually with a handheld. It looks like a pen, basically, with a very, very, very small blade. Hence why we call it microblading, because the blade is so it's very thin. Yeah, very thin and very micro, basically.
How did you get into microblading?
Initially, I wanted it done here in Barbados. And I did not find anyone that was doing it to my standards or to what I was seeing online and what was done overseas. I came to you for some advice about it on how to proceed with it, and you gave me some very valuable information, and I just took it and ran. Yeah.
And could you let us know what does it cost to have this procedure done?
Between $500 to $800, depending on the works. If it is that I am now doing the procedure on you for the first time, it can range between 5 to 6. And if it is that you're coming to me with already bladed brows, not done by me, obviously it will incur an additional cost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Candidates for this, because I was told cancer survivors or cancer patients who lost majority of their hair, that microblading is actually good.
Yes, definitely. I actually had a client with alopecia. Well, she doesn't have cancer, but alopecia, it takes away all of the hair basically. So I had a client over with alopecia, and we did her brows from scratch. She had no hair at all, no lining. We sketched up her brows and mapped her brows, and came out beautifully.
What would you tell other young females about getting into microblading? How to approach it?
Well, you need to approach it with an open mind, and bear in mind you're going to be dealing with blood. So I do recommend that you do like a MRSA course, communicable diseases and stuff like that, because you're dealing with blood. Yeah, you're going to be actually cutting into a person's skin. So I do recommend you doing that course and get fully acquainted with the do's and don'ts and how to handle yourself around blood and so on and so forth, how to discard the utensils carefully, etc. As for someone that wants to get into it, yeah, just be open-minded. Yeah. And remember that everyone is not going to be pleased.
It's true. You can't please everyone.
Some people will go away loving it and, call you back a couple of days later and say, oh, I hate my brows.
So it is not reversible. You have to wait till after the body gets...
Well, there's some things that you can do to quicken the process of having it removed, where you can do chemical peels or microdermabrasions or something, anything along that line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where could women find you? Where are you located?
I'm currently located in the spa at Sheraton Center. Yeah, so I'm there now.
And could you give us your number, your IG page?
Yes,
Facebook. Give us
my
your
number
details.
is 247-4167, and my IG is mint_beauty, BDOS, and Facebook is Mint Beauty Barbados. Yeah.
Anything else you want to add? Besides pressuring me to come get mine done.
I know, right? She Claudia refuses to have her brows done. Just joking. No, but it's a good investment, especially for persons that are always on the go. You wake up with a fully made up brow, and if you choose to go out and you want to highlight the brow, it's easier because you're just following the shape of the microblading.
Oh, I forgot to answer you because some people have permanent makeup, which is done by the tattoo, and the color of the brows looks green. So with microblading, after it heals and
yes, it mimics
what color?
It goes back brown to black, because I don't ever use black on anyone. It goes brown to black and it mimics here. Okay. It looks exactly like here. Unlike tattooing, because tattooing goes like 6 to 7 layers under your skin. Yeah, so that caused the oxidization and stuff like that, caused the color change and stuff like that.
Okay.
And just to be clear, I do not use tattoo ink. I use a hypoallergenic temporary ink.
Good.
Yeah. In January, hopefully, I'll be introducing microneedling and chemical peels. Microneedling can be done either with the vitamin C serum and or your blood, which we spin down into like a plasma. This is what we call vampire facials, basically. Yeah.
Thanks, Roxanne from Mint Beauty, for joining us today and just enlightening us all about microblading. Thanks for tuning in to Red Wine and Bubblegum Casual Monday. Cheers, huh?
Cheers.